Right, so for anyone watching this back as a video, I'm live streaming right now. I live stream every Monday and Friday. Sometimes I switch the live streams to a Saturday, depending on what kind of work I've got in. But I'm live streaming right now if you're watching this back as a video, and this is a PS5 that's had a HDMI port replacement, and apparently it's got no display. So it says HDMI 1. That wants to focus. It says HDMI 1, so it's not even recognising it. Right, okay. Let's shut this shit down. Alright. So, yeah, this has had a HDMI port change, and it's still no display. So whether or not the HDMI port's been done right, I don't know. This could just be a case where the HDMI port isn't soldered properly. Best console to buy an 8-year-old for birthday present. If you're looking for a new one, get a Nintendo Switch OLED. For an 8-year-old, I'd get a Nintendo Switch OLED, mate. If you're getting a console for a young child, I would recommend setting certain ground rules. Like no food and no drinks around consoles, and no playing it while it's on charge. That's the rules I have with my kids. And I don't tend to get issues with my kids' liquid damaging stuff. And yet here you are repairing the console with a hot full cup of coffee. Yeah. Do as I say, not as I do. Now that's just the ground rules I use for my kids, because see, I can work here and I'm fully aware that I've got a cup of coffee right next to it. I know the cup of coffee's there. And yet I'm not going to spill it, or at least I shouldn't. Whereas with a kid, they're just too careless. Oh look, another one with the foam removed. I'm gonna have to replace the foam on that. This is what pissed me off about this. When I did that video last week about foam being removed on these, I had loads of people saying, oh, you shouldn't have even worked on it, you should have put the new foam on. And I was like, you can't buy the fucking foam. But you can't buy them. Where am I going to get one from? If I refused that, I'd refuse half the jobs that come in. Because half of the jobs that come in are technician damage from the same fucking technician. The thing is, this technician just don't put enough fucking thermal paste, liquid metal on either. Look, that is not enough liquid metal. Sorry, but no, it's not. No, it's not. And when he says, oh, I don't have a problem with liquid metal splatting everywhere because I don't put that much on. And I'm like, well, hang on a minute. There's a splat right there in the corner, dude. Come on. Think about it. Think about it. There's a splat right there in the corner. Anyway, to take care of that later, let's see what is going on. Oh dear God, what the hell? Really? I have absolutely no idea why he removes the foam. He said it's because he uses a VGA machine to remove the HDMI port. Which, again, I don't understand why. He's got a hot air gun. And it's not exactly difficult to remove it with a hot air gun. So the cap's missing on this, but there's also a damaged trace. Like, how long did that take to actually remove? Like, it didn't take that long. It didn't take that long to remove with hot air. No, it's just one missing, mate. And this is why we've got no display. Will it even work without the cap? It'll work without the cap, yeah. Look, this cap on pin 18 and 19, 18 and 17 is just a smoothing cap for the 5-volt line. So that is absolutely fine. But it'll work absolutely fine without that. What it won't work without is pin 19. Which on this angle is the far left. So this one here. Well, that exposed the ground trace, not the friggin', not the trace I wanted to expose. Right. Let's just sort out this exposed ground pad because I didn't want to expose that. I'll just sort that out before I solder the jumper wire. There we go. Right, let me grab a jumper wire. I'm just going to expose some of this jumper wire so I can replace this trace. There we go. Damn it. You SOB. How did you draw that? It was a UV light, yeah. Well, UV light plus hot air. So I cured it using UV, and then to strengthen it, I used a little bit of warm air with the UV light. So if you heat up the mask, it'll cure quicker and a lot stronger as well. Well, I wouldn't call this butchered, but yeah, someone's torn a trace while repairing the HDMI, yeah. We're probably going to find out this is probably going to have display when all's said and done. Alright, a bit more mask on here. Yeah, I'd say very slightly too early on the lift. Does anyone know how the hell people are in so many HDMI ports? Just carelessness. Not paying attention to what they're doing. Right, let's just secure that down. I've never damaged a port myself. Well, I mean, like, I've never damaged a port on one of my own consoles. I've torn traces. I think most of us have. There we go. That should be nice and solid now. So doing that's going to mean now I can use hot air around it and it's not going to go anywhere. Might need a bit more flux there. There we go. Just going to grab, well, I'm going to drop a board. But I'm also going to grab a 0.1 microfarad cap off a donor board. It's not needed, but probably in the area, I might as well replace it. I'll drop that there for a second. And then I'm going to grab a new port. Which microscope do I use? I don't actually know what brand this is. It's an unbranded one. But honestly, any microscope will do. Well, any optical microscope. It depends on you. Well, it depends on you, really, on what you prefer. If you prefer a digital one, then you can go for something like an Atten Star. The Atten Star AD407 is a good microscope. Or if you prefer optical, then honestly, pretty much any of them on AliExpress is fine. Alright, I'm going to heat this up. And while this is heating up, it's also going to flow that cap into place. Wait for that to solidify. Then I'll need my nozzle on, because it's not quite floating. There's a good boy. Mr. Capacitor. What lens setup am I using? I use a 0.5x Barlow lens on mine. And it's a wide focal 10x/20 on the eyepieces. But bear in mind, I also use a 4K scope camera as well. So the scope camera is 4K, so it does give fairly good quality. Yeah, to be fair, most people wouldn't even need a microscope for ports. Personally, I don't need one for most jobs, to be honest. But I have to use one for the camera's sake. Right, that's not made a contact. The rest of them have, but I'm not happy with the quality of joints. So I'm going to run over them. Right. Mr. Capacitor. Get back in the right spot. Please and thank you. God damn it. Alright, Mr. Cap. Alright, Mr. Cap. Do 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 do. Well, that's still not making a contact. So the rest of them might be, but that one's not. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hey, we're at 34 degrees Celsius right now. Right. How are we looking? Looks pretty smooth to me. I think it's that soldering iron. It's a T12V15, I think. It is too big for the job, but I like to make my life a misery, so yeah. Right, okay. Let's just check some diode readings quickly. But yeah, that tip is definitely way too big for the job. I'm just used to it, that's all. Just used to it. Good reading. Good. 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 Hang on. Yeah, I'm happy with those readings. Sounded acting up a little bit. Yeah, that will be that'll be the filters, mate. I've got to have filters on to be able to keep it nice and cool. So we should be nice and solid. Well, no, let's just clean these ground legs up a little bit because they don't look great. Not that it makes a difference, but yeah, let's clean those up a little bit, shall we? A little bit too much solder. on those. What were you measuring? I was just measuring diode readings for the pins. So as long as we've got between 0.45 volts and 0.8 volts on diode readings on those pins, well, all of them except for the ground pins and pin 14, then I'm happy to say that the encoder is probably going to be good and that we've got no shorts as well. Yeah, way too much solder there, look. I'll just run the iron over a couple of times and just gather up any excess onto the tip of the iron. Well, I mean, there's no such thing as too much solder on those ground legs. Because all it's doing is adding to the strength, but it just doesn't look great. So I'd rather clean it up a little bit. Still got some burnt flux from the old job. A decimosmin of flux. Yep. Right, let's fix up this APU situation. Put a replacement pad on there. See, if I've got some, I will replace them. Vascular as fuck. Yeah. I've got a low body fat count, so you can see all my veins. All the time. Liquid metal, yeah. So I use Conductonaut. Was that pad removed before? It was removed by the last person, yeah. Same person who sent me that big pile of pads. Vascularity is sinus strength. I don't know about that, but no, I'll just have a really low fat count. You'll eat a sandwich. I'm fine. Because you're ginger. Oh dear. Alright, anyway. You can probably run pretty fast. 7 years ago, yes. Now, no. Because I can't breathe through my nose while I'm running. I can't control my breathing while I'm running. Because I had a car accident and smashed all my nose up. And now I can't breathe out my nose properly. So, well, one side of my nose, should I say. I actually had to have some of the cartilage cut away inside my nose because I could not breathe at all through my nose. Like, genuinely could not breathe at all through my nose when I first had the accident. Shouldn't that be iced coffee? Oh, no. I don't like iced coffee. You know what? David actually met me in person. David, what colour is my hair, mate? What colour is my hair, mate? You've met me in person. In the sun. Like, you've met me in person in the sun. So you can actually see my true hair colour. Midday nap. I have that now, mate. Okay, apart from the nose part. No, I also have 3 slip discs in my neck. I have to take painkillers every single day. But, you know. Definitely not ginger though. Fuck you all. You don't eat breakfast, that's why you're skinny. Well, I've never ate breakfast, so... No, but Jessica's right, I've got a low body mass index. I couldn't think of the name of it. There we go. Got display. So I'll just turn this up. I'll just turn this straight off. We still love you. Thanks, dude. I'm still not ginger. Oh dear. Oh dear. Anyway, let's put this shit back together. Why are ginger and bald so socially frowned upon? They're not, mate. It's just people just have a laugh. Like it's not. Like if you like my brother-in-law's ginger and we wind him up all the time. Like because he's got ginger hair and he used to have really bad acne. And we used to call him a pepperoni pizza. Like if we genuinely used to call him a pepperoni pizza. No, but it's just joking though. It's not anything serious. Pop goes the weasel. Now I'm hot. I'm looking for my remote. There it is. Stop it. Thank you. Right then, you wee bastard, yeah. Hey, yeah, wee bastard. I do not know where my controller is. Doo-dah, doo-dah, but it's working, so fuck it. Oh, doo-dah day. Hey! I've started testing them before they go back in the box anyway, so it'll get a full test. But it's working. So, happy days. Oh dear. Anyway, another one done. Happy days.